Hi everyone, and once again, Merry Christmas. We're week 50, Brian McManus Real Estate Update, and where we're at, we're caught between selling our last properties for our auction on the 20th and listing our 2025 stock. So we're busy, we are flat out, and probably a couple of things that we're noticing, that our third tier financiers are probably doing 80% of the business at the moment, to new entrants. So that's a change for the books, I suppose, and very short term, 12, 24 months max, and then they're refinancing with our big traders, for big traders. So just a bit of an update there. So we do need contracts going into 2025. We need contracts, we need financials all ready to go, bang, ready to go, so that we can put it to the market. They can get there if they're not using our third tier lenders, so that they can get the information to the third tier lender, get them to look at the property. Now, these lenders are using valuers. They're not using book or bank valuers or paper valuers. They are using real valuers for mortgage purposes, which you'll see there's a couple on my website. They are few and far between for hotels, motels, caravan parks. Luxury homes, not so bad, but certainly equity is important, cash flow is important, and profitability is important. But certainly it's a matter that we've found in the last 3 years, I would say, the overvaluation of the book or bank valuations, where the valuer never gets on site, is coming back to bite the vendors that are selling on. If it's been overvalued, which, if you had equity, chances are they've overvalued your property. And that's just a general rule. I think the first port of call is if there's a problem between the market, or the market's here, and your expectation, and if there's been a paper bank valuation, it would be prudent to get a registered valuer for mortgage purposes to come physically out onto the property and value the property properly, as every bank valuation should be. So I think that's pretty important. And even in residential, get it if you've found that the market has come back, which a lot of markets are coming back at the moment. If the market's come back on you, well, the agent, whether it's me or another agency, they can only tell you what the market's telling them. And they want to get you the top price anyway, but they want to get you a price. So if you park your property head and shoulders above existing listings or previous sales, the market knows that. They've got to raise finance and that sort of thing. In saying that, what we've found is that the managed funds are moving back into the market. Certainly that $5 to $50 million price range, the motor lodges, big caravan parks, into the farms. So we're not in the farming market at the moment, but we will be in the new year. So all these sorts of things taken into consideration. There's a buoyant part of the market, profitable pubs and motels, that your trading figures stack up. And please, if you're running 2 books, talk to your accountant. Those days gone. So don't come to us expecting a premium if you're running 2 books and the books you're giving me show barely a profit. So we can only go on your legal books. So buyer inquiries up, and we've got the new entrants, or they re-entered again, the managed funds out of Melbourne and Sydney, mainly Sydney. So they're coming in, they're buying strongly. If your figures, your land and buildings, your improvements, your land and your figures stack up, they will buy your property. End of story. Got plenty of them there. They just want a return. They also like the cash flow. So but it's got to stack up. You know, you can't overprice your property. So looking at, we have 3 going up. We are also looking on the 20th. So there were others, but they couldn't get the contracts in on time. They couldn't get the accounts and or the contract to us. We need them from day one. End of story. That's our policy from now on. We ran close on a couple of months ago, and I'm afraid we won't do that again, because that puts us at risk. You know, we've done a lot of work to get the buyers where they are, and after auction day they are gone. They've moved on to other things. They have had enough pressure that we've put them under and during the auction time. So don't think that just because they don't meet your expectation that they're going to be there next time, because they won't be. So our marketing is way over 7.5 million views in Google. That's just us. So it's not a corporate that employ people to look at their properties and get hits or kicks or whatever. That's ours. That's just off Google, and usually Facebook and Instagram and everything are tracking it. Because their matrix are different, you can't track one against the other, but you know that basically they're about the same. So about 7 million in each one. But Google's the best for us to hit the numbers. 7.5 million, which is pretty good. Pretty good. That gives you a head start. That means that we've got a base of buyers that are active and looking, and that's what your property gets as a head start on everybody else's. Moving right along, 31st of January. That's our next auction in the new year, or our first one in the new year. Now let's have a look at that. So our last one's on the 20th, which is a couple of weeks. Yep, 10 days almost. So then we have, and it's the 31st, our next auction. So we have 1, 2, 3. We're going to probably go all the way to the 10th of January listing. And I say that only because of the amount of inquiry. So if you've got a good product out there, I'm happy to take it on the 10th. If it's remote or it has something wrong or might be a bit slow, we might throw it into the February auction. But I'm pretty happy to from now until the 10th of January. So we've got about a month to list our January auctions, which is kind of nice. So we'll be working through, taking a few days off here and there, but pretty much on the road this Christmas. Haven't done it for about 4 years, so give us a call, Brian, 040 297 0217, Brian at McManusRealEstate.com. Give us an email. Just let us know your property details, when you want us to come out. We take a massive amount of photos, we do a number of videos, we'll upload reels, all these sorts of things, and that generates your momentum. And we'll kick that off as soon as we get those contracts, accounts into the office. So give us a call, give us an email. Let's get everything set up so that in case your solicitor is closed over that period, they need titles, I need a draft contract as soon as possible, and let's get them out to the buyers before they leave. Some will be leaving about the 20th to the 24th, but also we'll be marketing to their holiday destinations. We don't leave them, you know us. So we'll be marketing all over the world over Christmas and New Year. So if you want your property exposed, that's what we'll be doing. Give us a call. Merry Christmas from both Richie and I. He's had a swim at 2:30, so that was about half an hour ago, so he's having a snooze now, which is bloody good for a hard-working dog like Richie. Call, email, text. Text is good, especially when we're on the road, and we'll get your property listed. And we're probably looking at about the 1st of March settlement for the January auctions. So have a wonderful week 50. You can really feel the Christmas spirit out there at the moment. A lot of places are now, it's a quiet week before the Christmas rush. Some of these companies are winding down in the regions, so it's a time to refresh, freshen everything up, grounds and rooms, and something that I talk to everyone in this week about is flipping beds. Get those beds flipped. This is a great time to do it. Flipped or rotated if it's not a two-sided mattress. Great thing to do in motels and caravan parks. And we'll talk to you during the week. If not, have a wonderful Christmas. Bye for now.